Hello, everyone. This is Ann Dale Homestead. I'm Ann, and I'm so glad that you're here today. Today, you guys on Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary are seeing a little different face right this minute, but Aunt Judy's going to join us any second. She is, which I feel funny calling her Aunt Judy from Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary because I am much her senior. Uh, I like to say more experienced. But I want to introduce what my guest is all about today in just a few short words. Judy from Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary and I are incredibly similar. We're both girls that understand that life comes with its challenges, but we can walk out of that storm still being happy. On Tuesdays, what we do is if you're new to my channel, I'm Andale Homestead. If you're new here on Tuesdays, what we try to do is choose how our mind is going to think. We try to concentrate on being particular, being aware. And today, I'm going to choose to concentrate on positivity because things will happen every day to all of us. But if we can concentrate on seeing the good and learning the lesson. Now, little Miss Judy doesn't know about this too much. Hey, everybody, I'm going to miss some chat, but I do want to read you a little thing. I went snooping on Judy's page. This is from Judy Waniger Sneed. That's her personal page that she has put out on Facebook. You just never know what you're going to find. And I went way back, way back. And so little Miss Judy is a whole lot like me. And I want to share a couple of things that she posted. And she says, being lucky is usually the result of a lot of hard work that nobody has noticed. So it's only when you're able to see your own behavior that we're able to wake up and start making conscious choices. Being positive doesn't mean you love every single day. Days are still hard. You still get sad. You still wish for things to sometimes look a little different than they do. But you choose to find something good in every day. You search for the lesson in every struggle because it's never a loss, always a lesson. Let me introduce my friend and bring her up, Miss Judy from Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary. And we're soon going to be, here we go, add to the. Hi!
That made me cry.
No, girl, no, not crying. You and I, we could tear up together. But I just thought that was super cool because I was able to get the message on Tuesday, where we think about things from your thoughts and your things that are going on. Now, everybody, this is my buddy, my pal, soon to be my dancing partner, Aunt
That's
Judy.
right.
I feel funny calling you Aunt Judy, but you know what?
Funny.
I'm thinking that you can be my kids' Aunt Judy. And so I can just call you Aunt Judy as
There
if
you
you
go.
were the aunt of the family, right? You know,
That's right. That's
like my younger sister.
That
So
was adopted.
that was adopted. Yeah.
I'm the one that got put up for adoption.
He says later or earlier that we were separated at birth. Yeah, we were separated at birth, and she was the one that was put up by on adoption.
Red-headed stepchild.
I tell you what, it's so funny because I do have a son-in-law that has red hair, and he actually is adopted. But I call him my red-headed stepchild that I adore. I absolutely adore. So, Judy, there are people here from our channel, from in our community at Andale Homestead, that don't know a single thing about you, my honey. Even though Judy is much larger channel than this one over here. Hey, David Corey, we're going to pop out some real quick questions. I want you to answer as quickly as you can,
Okay.
as short as you can, and that'll tell people a little bit about you. And then we're going to get into some juicy things that I need to try to make you sweat just a little bit. She said, I want questions that nobody has ever asked before. And man, I was searching. I was calling out the troops, baby. I was asking my friends, everything. What can I ask her? What can I ask her? So, rapid fire. What's the name of your channel?
Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary.
And what exactly is a sanctuary?
I have a rescue. My rescue's a little different. I don't rescue and normally rehome. I rescue and they live their life here at Sneed's Farmhouse.
Okay, awesome. And so that deals with animals. Of what type of animals?
You said quick.
Well, just like cows, chickens, goats, birds.
Basically, they're all farm animals. I do have some alpacas that I don't really consider a farm animal, but your chickens, your turkeys, your ducks, your goats, cows, sheep, donkey, pigs. I have a little bit, I have peacocks that really aren't a farm animal either, but
Okay.
I have a variety. Rabbits, tortoise. Keep going.
She's got it, baby. She's got it going on. Y'all need to check out Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary. I can promise you. Are you married?
Yes,
All right. And do you have children?
I do. I have 2 boys.
Okay. And this is a later in life, a second marriage for you. But does your husband have children?
Yes, he has 2 kids himself. So we
Okay.
are a blended family.
A blended family. Awesome. Grandchildren?
I do. I have 1 grandson.
Oh,
9
yeah.
years old.
And
Apple of my eye. Love him.
absolutely. Oh my gosh. I saw some pictures of him. He's a little famous,
Mhm.
just a little bit famous, which is awesome. And what did you do before Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary?
I have worked 2 jobs my entire life. I was aerobic instructor for over 28 years. I was the group fitness coordinator at Gold's Gym. And also I was in sales for Verizon Wireless and then later went to AT&T and I sold like data to hospitals. My job was the health care industry. So I dealt with a lot of doctors and CEOs of hospitals.
I bet they loved you.
That's why I'm like tough as nails.
You have to be tough in the medical field.
It was tough.
And now look at you. You're in social media where you have to be so much tougher.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I'll tell you, social media is harder than dealing with CEO of hospitals.
It is. It is.
You have to be tough.
Now, I have found we're kind of ending the rapid stuff now. I have found that doing social media, we do have to have a thick skin. We do make some real commitments. But I do have a question. Now, y'all know she's a sanctuary, rescues animals. She lays with them, sleeps with them, does all kinds of things all over the place. In fact, she's got a little piggy, Shishi. And Shishi's expecting some what's?
Little piglets.
Little piggies. Little bacon nuggets, except for they won't be bacon because you'll love them to pieces. And the other day you said, I want to sleep in the barn with her.
I do. I do, but I'm scared of rats.
Okay, good. I'm glad because, girl, you need a camera. You need a nursery cam is what you need. Now, I'm sorry about my dogs. I do have 3 grand dogs here, and they are going to be barking in the back. And but I'm thrilled to have everybody here. We have your people and my people and all over the place. So what I have found is that in social media, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, she does look too young, Kim. That's my buddy Kim Mill. She looks.
Are you trying to blow my head up?
No, I'm telling you. Kim Mill will tell you the truth. She's my funny girl. She will tell you the truth in a minute. What I have found is that shh, most of the time in social media, when we make friends, it really, I mean, yes, we need to have decent content. Yes, we do have things that interest people that get them to come in. But most of the time, they appreciate our personalities. They fall in love with us as much as we do with them. Have you found that it's more you, more me, more other people that you like? Because we watch other people as well. Do you watch it just because you're going to go see Cog Hill put up a fence? Or do you watch it because you really like Cog Hill family?
I'm so different. Let me tell you what's funny.
Yeah.
I have never sat and watched anyone. I until recently, I'm not joking. I have not turned on the TV in probably 4 years.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't turn on the
And
television much, but
most people have stopped TV and went to social media.
mhm.
I'm so wide open that I do not have time to watch any channels. And then I started realizing that I am terrible as a friend.
You do need to watch some more people.
So I was like, Judy, you are not being a very good friend to these people on social media. You need to take the time to watch these channels. But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't watch because I sometimes, you know how sometimes you watch people and you get influenced?
Yeah.
I didn't want to be influenced.
Okay. All right. You got a point.
Myself. I wanted to be myself. I didn't want to be like other channels. Like what other farm channel puts on their makeup in the morning? None.
Yeah. Now
What
you,
other, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to be myself and I
yeah.
didn't want to be influenced. But then I realized my life has slowed down in the past 2 weeks. When I started growing my social media, it helped me to slow down myself physically here on the farm.
That's wonderful.
So by me slowing down, it's helped my health and it's given me the opportunity to support my friends on social media. So I've just now started watching people's channels.
Oh my gosh, girl. It becomes
I am not
consuming.
joking. I am a terrible friend. I'm
Oh,
so
God.
sorry.
And Kim
I
knows that she loves your earrings. Yes, honey, I tell you, but it does become consuming because I do watch other people's channels a lot. And I also find myself, well, I need to do a video. I need to do a video. And then I'm too busy watching my friends because, like David Corey with Crop, he's a rock star. He's hilarious. And Lazy Days Ahead. Guess I need to stop watching Miss Scene because she's a major influencer. I'm not. Jesse is my
You know,
right hand guy.
and you kept popping up on my Facebook page, and I was like, "Who is this? Who is this lady?" And I just like would pop in, and I never really got to watch your videos, but I
Yeah.
would just like I'm so ADHD. It's hard for me to sit down and watch something.
Oh
Like
yeah.
my brain does not go there.
No.
And so I would like look at your quick posts, and I was like, "She sounds like a really nice lady." So I started following you.
Yay, good. And speaking of that, as far as Facebook, we're not really about numbers, but I do want to check my page because I can tell you, I have been at the verge of 10,000 followers on Facebook forever. And I'm hoping it's over 10,000. Thank you.
Celebration.
It just happened, like just within the last how many ever minutes we've been on. 14 minutes. It's been wonderful.
My followers, thank you, or my subscribers, thank you for following her.
That's
Thank
so
you.
sweet. And please do the same for Judy, my buddy, my pal. I sent you a text message or a Facebook message or something of a video of a dance that I would like for us to do in Jemison, Alabama, that's coming up at the meetup. And she was like, well, see, I'm planning on you being one of my leaders, girl. And she said, I'll be in the middle. I'll be in the middle.
I feel like in order for me to really put on a performance, I feel like I need the bar because I want to be on top of it. I don't want to be on the grass. Like I need to be up here, like to really get my groove on to show you who I am. Like I need to.
Look, y'all, you don't know. This is a little story about my background. A couple decades ago, I used to work at a restaurant, and I helped manage the restaurant. Well, I ended up being the bartender whenever we had bands and things like that. And we had a big bar, and I used to jump up on top of the bar.
That was me. And you know what was so funny? I would go into the bars. I would be so sober. I don't drink.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
was
sober as ever.
stone cold sober.
Like, oh Lord, that lady is tore up. Nah, I'm sober as ever. I'm just crazy.
Iced tea all night. It was so
I was
funny.
a designated driver, but I was the first one up on the bar. Oh, Judy will do it. My page name is, there you go. No, it's Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary.
As apostrophe S. Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary. Yes.
Someone put
And
it up there for her.
I love to watch channels, but it can become very time consuming as channels keep sending me new interesting sites. That's right, Jackie. Now, what I do is I put earbuds in, and then when I'm out in the garden or anywhere, I put everybody in my pocket so I can listen.
What a brilliant idea. I've never thought about that.
Well, that way, I mean, it's not really a pocket. I have like a fanny pack. Are you drinking your protein shake?
I'm confusing my followers. They're like, what is that in her hand? That is not what she drinks. No, this is I told y'all yesterday my last Coke Zero is yesterday, so I don't have one. So I'm drinking my Kool-Aid.
Oh, well, you're a sweet girl. Okay, so look, y'all, I wrote 3 pages of questions for this woman. And one, we're going to start off with something fun. Have you ever been skinny dipping in your creek?
Heck yeah! Shit, yeah! Are you kidding me?
That's funny. I'm hoping you don't have close neighbors. Okay, this is something that you and I both struggle with, but we have to having a life outside of like my garden and my chickens and your farm and social media. All of that is incredibly consuming and takes almost 100% of our time. But it's important. Hey, cooking at Pam's place. There she is. She is a good friend of mine, and she's wonderful, and we're thrilled to have her here. So you're a homebody, and we all feel like nobody can do our job as well as we do. But sometimes it gets in our own way of building real life relationships and friendships, especially we creators. It can, if we're not careful, become a screen to hide behind. Even though we're all over the media, we're still just by ourselves a lot. Are you working on that? What do you do? I'm working on it myself.
I do. I think ever since COVID hit, I have found myself shopping online, not going shopping. I have groceries delivered, and it's become a crutch to me. And this past week, it's as crazy as this sounds, I forced myself to go into Publix. It's the first time I have been in the grocery store in 3 years.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Forced myself to go into Publix. And normally I shop at Walmart. But I was like, no, I'm going to go to Publix and I'm going to go in here. And I was like, okay, let me go to the drink fountain and get my Coke Zero. That's the first thing I did. And I took my time going around the grocery store. and seeing what was new, and it felt great.
Isn't it amazing?
I spent $430 though, and I was like, "This is terrible. I can't do this anymore." I've gotten accustomed to ordering groceries. So, like, if I'm over my grocery budget, I'm like, "Okay, I need to take something out," you know. But when you go into the store, you're like, "Shane's gonna murder me. I just spent $430."
But I mean, I get that, Judy, because I live in a teeny tiny town. I rarely, there will be a week, 2 weeks, and my car doesn't move. My husband will go to the grocery store. I'll volunteer to go with him, and he goes, "No, that's okay. Thank you anyway." I just stay home. But when I do get in a store, then I'm going, "Oh, they have all this stuff."
I know. I know.
I mean, I gotta have it.
Well, the thing is, we've had some delicious dinners this week.
Who does the cooking at your house?
Me?
You do?
I need to have a big old crown on my head.
You do. You do, because same here. I don't order in. We pick up, or I get somebody else to pick it up. Yep. I can't get out of Walmart for less than $300. I'm telling you, it's terrible. And
And it stresses me out.
Yes.
Grocery shopping stresses me out.
I'm at the grandbaby's house right now, and I'm going to be here for at least the next week. I may take the kids home with me this weekend because their parents are going out of town. So the son-in-law is deployed, and my daughter is going to go meet him, and they're going to have a little trip together, which is wonderful. The thing is, I got to take their dogs with me when I go, and their dogs look at my chickens like they're chicken nuggets.
Mhm.
So it's very stressful while we're there. The kids are great. It's the dogs that I'm having a time with. So what I was getting to is, I'm going to turn the page. When we marry someone, we all know eventually that when you marry someone, you really do marry their family, no matter whether you think so or not. How do you get along with your in-laws and your married-in family?
I am so blessed.
Really?
I am. A lot of people have that mother-in-law from hell. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, the MIL. I didn't either. I love
I
her.
don't. She is she's wonderful to me. She has accepted my kids from day one. I mean, my kids get the same thing her real grandkids get. She's very
Oh,
supportive of my family. She always asks about Larry, my stepdad that lives with me.
right. And we'll talk about that too.
Shane's father, so supportive. Shane's stepmother and I are very close.
That's awesome.
That's good.
Okay, Molly, come here, please. I think it's a leaf blowing outside that Molly is barking in the background. That's fantastic. Now, I did see a post quite some time ago where you said to your father-in-law, you should be grateful. Here, I'm making the Sneed's name famous. And he said,
I crack up every time I've gotten in the paper. When I get on the front, like I've been in the front of the magazine, I said, "You owe me $500 because I just put your name on the front of a magazine." I kid with him. It's like a running joke every time I've been, in an article or something, or something big happens. I always kid with him and go, "I expect my check in the mail." And then he'll kid me and go, "No, you have royalties to my name. You owe me money."
That's the point I love. It shows his sense of humor so good that he's like, "Oh no, girl,
Yeah.
I am the OG. I am the original, and you be owing me some money, honey."
Yes. Yes.
I think that's hilarious. All right, so I've got a few more questions in here, but one of them that is a little funny that you mentioned on your live yesterday. Now, Judy, you go live in the mornings on Mondays and Wednesdays as it stands, right? I
Yes.
mean, we're all subject to change, but right now, Mondays and Wednesdays at what time?
7.
7 Central. So
Yes.
it's 8 Eastern, which is a good time because there's not that many of our, let's see, that's why you're so powerful, Sneed. You're a joy and a love.
Girl,
Baby
I want to
boy.
be on a billboard. That's my goal.
Yeah. To be all
Thousands if I get his name on a billboard.
and you've been featured in magazines. I saw that you were on a news broadcast at one time on some kind of, what is it called? The channel.
I've been on the news probably about 6 or 7 times. It's been a blessing.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And if people want to find you and find your farm, because we're in 25 minutes or so, and I usually I try to stay around 30 minutes, but I'm thinking it's going to be more like 45 today. They can find you on sneedsfarmhouse.com.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And you can book a tour. I do tours on the weekends for families. I do field trips during the week.
And what's the difference between tours and field trips?
Field trips are 100 kids from a public school. Or a private school.
What, doesn't that make your nerves go like absolutely insane, making sure that all the animals are behaving? I mean, what if the rooster comes up and jumps? I just saw a video of a girl that was trying to save her mama turkey and catch the babies, which I don't have turkeys, and put them in a crate because a bad storm was coming. And she had her face was ripped where that mama came and got her. Aren't you scared?
And I have people on my farm every single day and have for 3 years. My animals they're used to. Now, I don't put 100 kids out there at the same time. We do stations. So I have 30 kids at a time. But my farm is so used to that. And I do a lot of group homes. So sometimes you have autism where kids are screaming bloody murder.
Right.
My animals are used to it.
Oh my gosh,
I tell the parents, my eyes are on the animals the entire time. I'm looking at behavior. Your eyes are on your kids. I am not taking care of your kids. I'm taking care of my animals. My eyes are going like this to my animals constantly.
Okay.
I see someone, I can tell. I know my animals so well, I can pick up on it. And if something was to get out of the ordinary, I separate or I go, it's time to go to the principal's office. I start dragging them in the farm. And they're like, I'm going to the principal. He's in trouble. So I am constantly doing that.
Excuse me. Okay, you choked me up on the principal's office there just for a second. So there is something that I've started telling my chickens. It's time to go night-night. Time to go night-night now. It's just like Aunt Judy telling your people. Well, I call them people because they're like people to you. Your animals. What do you tell them at night?
Everybody has a different saying, and they know their saying. I tell the pigs to go brush their teeth. And when I tell the pigs to go brush their teeth, they go straight to bed.
That's amazing.
I tell the alpacas to go say their prayers. I'm like, it's time to say your prayers, and they go get in the barn. And I tell the goats to go get in the bed. So those are like, I've trained them by saying that. They know who I'm talking to and where they're supposed to go. With my animals all living together, I have to feed separately. So everyone goes to their spot so they don't, because if the donkey eats the medicated cow feed, it will kill him. So everyone has to go to their spot. So when it's time for bed and I go to feeding, I'll go, it's time to go brush your teeth. The pigs go running to their bed because they know they're fixing to get fed. So I have learned that if animals are just like children, if
Yeah.
consistency in saying the same thing, they will learn. They will pick up. Go say it's time to go say your prayers. Go get
Yeah.
in bed.
Well, my husband oftentimes is the ones that will put the chickens away, and I can't get him to say it's time to go night night because he won't say that. He goes, "Time to go back into your house. Time to go back
I'll
into
say
your house."
to my chickens, I go out there and come see your mama. They come running.
And they know they're going to get food, and it is time to go to bed. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. All right, so I noticed that on your private page, you do have a banner for mental health. And I don't know a totally sane human being. We all have things for mental health. Why do you have a banner on your other page for mental health?
I'm glad you're asking me that. I have a bad case of depression. Let's just say that. It
Hey,
started in high school and it just escalated and it got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And
hmm
I hit rock bottom,
hmm
ended up in the hospital on dialysis.
okay,
Uh-huh. And I'll tell you that story another day
sure,
because I
sure, sure.
don't want to get into my followers know it, but I ended up getting really, really sick and I hit rock bottom.
Uh huh.
And I was like, there's no way but up. Like, I'm either going to die or I'm going to get better. Like,
Right,
my kids need their mom. I
right.
have got to get better. And I literally quit my job and went
Okay,
to counseling 3 times a week for
okay.
2 solid years. And
Good
it
for you.
turned me into who I am today. And I tell my story simply because so many people fight depression and they think there's no end. They're too old or whatever. And I'm like, I'm 52 and I changed my entire life
Right,
from hard work. Like it didn't just come natural. I
right,
got these animals and I got better. No, 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 no.
right.
I have to put hard work in every single day
Yeah,
because
sure.
if you don't, you'll slip right back into it.
That's right.
So
And you have tools in your toolbox now
I
to know that, this is how I'm feeling. And
mhm.
and I can say that because although I haven't had that type of depression, because there's a difference in depression and being sad.
Yes.
Um,
Just a quick, I was on dialysis because I had an eating disorder and
okay.
I was in the middle of starving myself and I started a new depression medicine and it made my blood toxic and I got septic and
Oh no.
I was having seizures and they couldn't figure out why I was having seizures. And to make a long story short, I was septic and had to go on dialysis to clean my blood out because I had made my blood toxic from not
Sure.
eating. So I
Right.
had no choice but to go, okay, Judy, it's time to address this eating disorder. Like it's
Right.
terrible.
Okay. Okay. Well, good for you. And the thing is, the more that we're able to share about it, is it it gives others an opportunity to open that closet door to be able to share. I mean, our oldest grandchild has autism. My daughter has a seizure disorder. They're things. I went to therapy for a couple of years myself. I had a near death experience, and I couldn't understand why I was saved because it was a true miracle. I didn't understand and kept looking for what God had saved me for, and that can drive you crazy to think I'm not good enough. I'm not doing the right things. I'm not utilizing this time that I have been gifted to be able to make such a difference. And you get yourself in that tornado, man, and you can whirl right out really crazy. So,
Well, it's hard to climb out of depression.
yeah. So, I
And
mean,
people, they don't know what to do.
right.
And I speak often about mental illness on my 7 o'clock lives in the morning, simply because I feel like, a lot of people don't go to counseling because they can't afford it.
Right.
And not that I'm this great counselor and that I'm, certified, know what I'm doing. I'm just telling you what worked for me.
Yes.
This is what worked for me, and we're all different. What worked for me may not work for you, but I'm just telling you how I got to where I am today.
Right.
And I hope to encourage people to dance, which I say that every time, because I think that dancing brings smiles to your faces. And when you concentrate on making someone else happy, you kind of forget that you're sad.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Now, that has been the trick for me, as in to stop being so self-wrapped in me or what I'm not doing properly, and to reach out, to get involved in charities, to get involved in other things, to get involved in social media, where we have so many people that we can help.
My followers have changed my life.
Isn't that awesome? Because they are friends. You are all friends. And honestly, when we say we love you,
oh, we do. I would drop everything that I'm doing for them because they do it for me.
Right.
I mean, I got the sweetest letter in the mail yesterday, and I'm sobbing like a baby. I'm like, this lady took her time to write me this letter.
Yeah.
And she had no idea that I was struggling yesterday.
That's right.
That letter meant the world to me.
Yeah.
And so, like, social media has boosted my confidence level. It's given me, like, I've actually feel like I've succeeded at something. Like, actually feel like I'm good at something. And I feel like people are listening to me.
That's right.
And it's just, I feel like my backup dancers is what I call them.
Yeah.
I feel like they're dancing with me.
And we are. I'm one of your backup dancers.
Wonderful. It's wonderful.
It is. It's so great. And you are, all of our followers are so appreciated. And I mean, normally when I do have a live, I go, I'm so glad you're here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that just because, I'm genuinely shocked, surprised, and really happy that you have taken a minute to come and visit with me. I feel like we're chatting with them. All right, let's see now. There is something, speaking of, and we can all at some point in time come up with something as far as struggles and what we have. There was a long time that I had a fear that something would happen to my children. That was something that was off a deep cliff that my brain would not allow my heart to go to, but it was such a fear. And yes, we're all concerned about that. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I don't care, but thank goodness we have the promise that we'll all be together one day. But you have shared that one of your fears is being homeless. You have a big family. You have lots of brothers, lots of us that love you in the world. And Shane has reassured you, honey, we ain't never going to be homeless. But where did that come from, do you think? Where did that come from?
I think my parents divorced when I was in first grade.
Mine too.
I think that the way they told me they were divorcing was a bit devastating. My dad took us to the ballpark and told us that he was moving out. And I remember this like it was yesterday, and I was 6 years old. And my brother and I were in the back seat, and I can remember we thought it was because we fought.
Right.
And so we felt like it was our fault that dad was leaving. And I think that, and then I can remember going to first grade, and I remember getting called to the counselor's office constantly because I was sleeping. And,
Okay.
I remember my mom crying all the time because dad left her. And like,
Right.
I think the sense of disconnect of divorce will tear a child apart.
My parents divorced when I was 5. I was just into kindergarten. They never spoke to me about it.
Hmm.
Dad just left.
Yeah.
And they split that day because of an argument that they had had over me. He was allowing me to do something that she did not want me to do.
Yeah.
So I thought that he left because of me.
Me too.
Yep. And whenever I would walk in the room, because I was a small child, I would walk in the room and people would shush because they thought it was grown up talk, that they shouldn't speak around it. And so for sure, that told me that it was my fault.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I've probably to a fault been way too honest with my own children and my grandchildren because I never ever want them to feel that way. That
When dad left, he got remarried really quickly after, and he had a big, beautiful house. And us kids lived with my mom, and we were poor. Like,
mhm,
I don't know how we made it.
yeah,
I remember having to wear like hand-me-down clothes, and back then that was like a big no-no.
yeah,
And I remember feeling like I didn't belong, and
mhm,
then me being the only girl with brothers, like it was like
right,
I just had a lot of struggle with my parents' divorce. And I really feel like that my mom was sick my whole life. My mom started getting sick with diabetes when I was in high school, and my mother was like in the hospital on her last leg. And my grandparents had to come take care of us because
yeah,
mom
that
was gone, and they
yeah,
were
that makes a lot of difference.
your mom's about to die. So I
Yeah,
think all that
yeah,
just that fear. But it's so sad. I tell people that your feelings are valid no matter what you feel.
right,
Your feelings are valid. Me feeling homeless is a valid feeling. That's how I feel.
right,
Even though I probably will never be homeless, but the fear, you can't convince me when that fear hits you that
yeah.
it's not going to happen.
But
It's
you
a
and yeah,
scary feeling.
you and I have both. We're we love the Lord, and so it's when I get to that point where I'm so pounded down, and I'm it's like when your mama says when you're up to your nose in poop, keep your mouth shut. And so when I get up to my nose, I have to let it go, and I
I have
in
to,
order to survive.
the only way I can get out of it is to get distracted. And I tell my followers this all: go clean out your closet.
That's
Go,
right.
go clean out, go turn the music, put on some Billie Jean, Michael Jackson, and go clean out your closet when you get like that. Because I promise that the distraction takes it all away.
There you go. And there's something else that you do that I want to share with my peoples. You set a timer. What do you set a timer for?
Me to worry or be depressed or be sad. I say, Alexa, no, this ain't Alexa. This is Siri. I say, Siri, Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes. I'm,
Yeah,
you got 10 minutes, Judy. And I cry for 10 minutes. And when she tells me time's up, I'm like, okay, time's up. It's time to go feed the chickens.
that's right. And so, yes, you wipe your face off and you go, okay, that's done. I'll set a timer for 10 more minutes later. But what that does is allow us to feel those feelings rather than stuffing and stuffing and stuffing till it just explodes.
Right.
We're allowed to feel those feelings for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. But we set a timer, get in our pity parties. And then when the alarm goes off, it's like, all right, now get back to work. Let's go feed the chickens or till the garden or pick some beans or preserve or something like that.
It's
So,
funny when Shane is mean. I gotta say he's mean, and I want to be mad. Like I want to walk around mad.
right.
being ugly, he just picks at me and he'll go, Judy, Judy, he'll keep making me try to talk to him. I'm like, would you stop? I'm trying to be mad at you and you keep asking me questions. And it gives me 10 minutes to be so mad at you that I don't like you.
10 minutes. I
And
just
then we'll bust out laughing. Then we'll be like laughing our heads. I'm like, you made me so mad. It just took 10 minutes to be so mad at you.
Thank you, Becky. Well, you know what? If we all did that, it would certainly save a whole bunch of marriages.
We end up laughing. Like we end up dying laughing because
Even though, I mean, and it's that mad through laughter kind of, and then by the end of it, you can't be mad anymore because it's over.
I'll tell him, I'm like, I'm fixing to call your mother. I'm going to get you because I am so mad. I don't know you no more. Time to take you back.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. So we're getting close to the end of time, and I do want to give a giveaway because I want to give your people an opportunity to see something that I give away on Tuesdays often, and it's something really special to me. So I wanted to share it with everyone. But I also want to, let's see, let me make sure I've got all my questions here. And do you have, like, Jeremiah 29 is my favorite saying in the whole wide world, and the Lord put that on my heart, and I have used those words so many times that he does have good. He doesn't want to harm us, and it gives us hope in a future. And Judy and I are two peas in a pod as far as no pressure on anyone of whatever you believe. This is just what I believe, and this is how I find comfort. But I was curious, do you have a favorite saying, something that you go to? There are no strangers in the world, only friends I haven't met. That's one of my favorite. So a favorite saying or a favorite verse that brings you comfort and sort of snaps you back into the world.
I bet my followers can say it, but a lot of times when I wake up and I'm in the funk or I'm just like not feeling it for the day, I look and I try to give the same advice to myself as I give to my followers.
Absolutely.
So when I'm doing, like when I wake up and I'm just like, this is not the day, I wake up, I look myself in the mirror and I'm like, okay, Judy, you have two choices. You have two choices. You can sit it out or you can dance. So which one are you going to do today? Today you going to sit on the couch and cry about it, or are you going to get up and go dance and make a difference in someone's life? Those are your choices, Judy. And I say that at the end of every one of my lives.
Yes, you do.
So many a times I say it because I'm talking to myself, because I have to remind myself every single day to dance.
Yes. Yes.
So that's what I go to.
I love it.
And my mother's birthday is Friday. And I use that saying because that's something my mom would say to me.
Right.
Okay, Judy, you going to sit it out, you going to dance?
Yeah.
Like, what point?
My mom's birthday was Monday, so I totally understand. We are so much alike. It's crazy. I mean, it's insane, except for at 10, 12 years older than you are. So I have a little something that I wanted to share with all the peoples. My affirming phrase is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's right. And see, that whenever you say that, when you say, I hope you dance, I hear that song in my head. And it brings me joy. When you say those words, it brings me joy. And I want you to know that. So that's wonderful.
I'm glad.
All right. So I have a little giveaway. And we have Sherry that is in the bottom. She gonna maybe pop up and say hi for just 2 seconds, Sherry, because you've worked so hard. Oh, first, happy anniversary to Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead. It is their 40th wedding anniversary today. There's my buddy.
Yes. And happy birthday to Sarah, because the day is her birthday and her son is off to college. Congratulations and happy birthday. I know it can be bittersweet.
Thank you. So for Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary, I would like very much for you to meet one of my dearest friends, Sherry Black from Black's Tropical Homestead.
Hello.
Good morning, Aunt Judy. Of course, I am watching. Look, I'm on baby watch right now. I'm on baby watch, so I'm watching Judy because I'm waiting on those babies. But what's up, Soil Brothers and Soil Sisters? I
Thank
hope
you.
y'all are having an amazing Tuesday. This has been a great conversation. Y'all,
It has been, Judy.
honestly, y'all have changed lives just this morning alone. We're not even going to go back in time. We're going to talk about this live, the last 49 minutes. Y'all have saved somebody. And I always say, if you can touch one person, you
That's
have
right.
done a job. And I'm telling you, this conversation today was much needed. We appreciate y'all.
I think so. Really, really thank you for sharing your heart, Judy. I mean, honestly, I really appreciate it.
Oh,
Okay,
Yes.
Sherry, I didn't want it to go without you coming up and saying hello. And
Okay,
for anyone that wants to check out my buddy, Black's Tropical Homestead, please check her out. She's on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram under Black's Tropical Homestead. And
Yeah.
their last name is Black. Okay.
Yes.
That's why.
Yes. Yeah. We covered that with Justin Rose. He said Black's tropical. Yeah. So that's Bobby and I'm Sherry Black. We love all people. We love the world. As long as you are a good person and you want to put good in this world, we love you.
That's
No
right.
matter what. We don't care who you vote for, nothing. Color, sex, race, nothing matters. We love you.
Just being a kind, good human.
Yes, you are all soil brothers and soil sisters.
That's right.
So,
All right, girl.
right.
Well, if you'll
What is
come
our
in, she's
hashtag?
going to run the game for us, Judy.
do what?
And Sherry's gonna run the game for
Okay.
us.
Okay.
And because, I'm spoiled, we're spoiled today where we didn't have to touch a button, really. We had some wonderful people that are in here helping us. But what I have, I call it a pusher. And my Uncle Wayne hand carves these and puts them together, which, by the way, if you speak real sweet to me, I might be bringing you one in Alabama. But it's Wayne's Crooked Spoons is his business, and he has been sweet enough to carve Andale Homestead in the handle. Isn't that precious? And then my auntie, which she's 20 years my senior, and I'll be 64 on the 25th of this month. She'll be 84 on the 26th of this month, and she crochets these little scrubbies. And so with her little arthritic hands, she's done this. So we're going to give away a pusher and a scrubby. So Sherry, if you'll bring up the game, there we go. Hashtag sneeze.
Oh.
So if everyone in the chat, everybody, we've got 195 people in here. If they would all please type in hashtag sneeze. It's not case sensitive. You can put it in lowercase or uppercase or mix it. Doesn't matter. And then it doesn't help if you put it in there more than once. Although because I've wanted to win, I have put it in other people's chats a whole bunch of times. And then the winner will email me and I will put a banner at the bottom. Email andalehomestead@gmail. Oh, thank you. Speaking, it shall be done. I didn't even have to push a button. So, Judy, do you have anyone in your life that makes crafts that you enjoy specifically? Or, I mean, because you have these lovely earrings all the time. And
My followers. I
what?
use these all the time. These came from Carol, one of my followers.
Oh,
They're my favorite earrings.
I love them.
Yes.
I love them. And so,
Nobody in my family's crafty.
well, that's okay. I mean, it took Uncle Wayne a long time. You still got 10 years before somebody has to learn how to do these things. And he makes little spoons and all kinds of stuff. And
That is like a good spank stick.
it is, this is funny that you say that because It is a good spiky stick. Jesse calls it my husband adjuster. It's a husband adjuster. And if that little foo-foo dog out there does not stop barking, I might have to threaten him with it. What is the contact for Uncle Wayne? It's me, honey. He has retired. He doesn't do this for anyone but me anymore. So I'll not participate. I don't have any email or password. Do appreciate your hard work and care, and good luck to all. That's okay, Sally. That's all good. And I will be needing your mailing address or anything like that. We're going to give it a minute or two because the chat is about 30 seconds behind, something like that. So, Judy, tell us what you're planning on doing today.
I'm so excited about today. Duluth Trading Company called me about working with them. So today I'm going to Duluth, and I have been wearing these overalls for about 3 years now,
Yes.
and I've been pushing hard.
And you look adorable in them.
So I get to go meet them today and talk about a sponsorship.
Oh, that is awesome.
I'm
And by the way, because of you and Cog Hill, I just ordered some. It's chicken feed. What kind of feed company is it that you're? Kalmbach. I wanted to make sure I said it properly, and I just ordered some. I had to pay shipping this time. I didn't have to pay shipping.
Listen, don't do
did.
that. Don't do that. I can send you the link where you can find who's the closest in your area, and you can buy it from them, so you don't have to pay shipping.
Okay, it was a lot of shipping.
Yeah, don't do that again.
I was like, holy moly! But I ordered it anyway because that chicken feed smells like I could eat it.
I use every bit of their feed.
It's awesome. Well, we only have chickens, and we just got them because Bobby and Sherry from Black's Tropical Homestead gave me 2 girls. They gave me Thelma and Louise. My
Oh,
2 girls, my daredevil girls.
I'm from
Thelma and
Coleman,
Louise.
Alabama.
Okay, yeah. Where are you from? Now, you haven't always lived in Coleman, though. Where were you from before that?
I brought my kids up in Alabaster, Alabama, and Shane and I got married in 2000. I can't remember.
It's okay.
And I moved to South Alabama where Shane lived, and then we transferred here in 2017.
Something.
No,
Okay.
2019 we moved to Pullman. I don't know. Start putting all together.
Dates are irrelevant. Okay, so Jesse has put the link in. Happy anniversary again to my sidekicks, Lisa and Jesse. And I do have a mail call that I'm going to be soon doing. They have sent me some prizes. And I have another one's coming. Rambling with the Brooms is he doesn't have a spoon. I need to send him one. Alabama in the house is F.R. Humphrey. She's coming. You're going to meet my buddy Felicia. She is coming to the meetup in Jimison. Speaking of that, real quick, because it hasn't changed in a second, and I'm going to ask you this one last question, and then we're going to roll and draw because 77 people have put in #Sneeds.
I was married in 2017. Thank you. Don't tell Shane.
Jane, that's so sweet of you to know her business. I appreciate that. How are you going to spend Friday night and Saturday night in Jimison, Alabama? Or because I know the last time you left your farm, it was a disaster. And you have pig babies, but it's a long drive for you. What are you going to do?
I'm going to get my tail up and drive. Last time I left my animals, the person did not show up to feed them.
That's so wrong.
So Shane and I had to leave early.
Hey, Denise.
So I will not do that again.
Okay. Well, I think it's supposed to end at 6. How many hours of a drive is it for you?
Like 2.
You Francine? Okay, 2 hours. Well, 2 hours is doable.
Shane gets up at 5 o'clock every morning and drives me crazy. I want to hit him in the head with a hammer. So it ain't a big deal to him. I'm going to be like,
Yeah, I know. Do you put your makeup on in the car? That's what I do. I put my makeup on in the car on the
Usually,
way.
yeah.
Yeah, Black's Tropical says, "Oh, 2 hours. That's nothing. That's like going to the end of the driveway for her. She and Bobby will jump in the car and drive 7 hours and then come back home." So, all right. So let's get ready. We have 81 entries, which is phenomenal. We have 189 people in the chat. Please make sure that you have all hit the like button and those kinds of things. Follow on Facebook, both Sneed's Farmhouse Sanctuary and Andale Homestead. And we're going to draw in four. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's draw. Let's see who the winner is.
Good luck.
Yay! We'll see. I can't wait. It slows down. Carrie Leonard.
Yay.
Yay! Congratulations, Carrie. Okay, now my email is scrolling along the bottom, and Carrie and I speak on Messenger anyway. So email me your street address, dear, and I will mail this out to you along with a couple of stickers. Do you have stickers, Judy?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Are you going to bring some to
Mhm.
me too?
Yeah.
That'll be good. So we'll be hanging out together. And don't forget, I do expect you to help me with this dance because I'm not good at it.
Ready.
I look good. I look fine.
I need a bar though. I need to call medals from the past and tell them that we need to put up like a bar for me to dance on.
Okay. Well, hey, I'll bring them. Well, the plastic table might not hold both of us. So who knows?
Breaking us.
Okay, girl.
Thanks for inviting me.
I love you.
I love
really do. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you again soon. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Oh,
Bye.
just tickets in here. Okay. Now I'm going to bring you down and then I'm going to close out. ChooseDay. That's where we get to choose our attitude of the day. And today I'm choosing positivity. And while you're all meeting each other and saying goodbye to each other, I want to share that being able to speak about our struggles helps us to learn the lesson, not think of it as a loss, to remember that it's a lesson, that we can move on and we can look at the good. Because no matter what comes about, if we learn from it, then it's gotten better. All right. Love you guys so much. Remember, the Lord says, I know the plans I have for you, say the Lord. They're plans for good and not to harm you. They're plans for hope and a future. Talk to y'all soon. Bye now. Thank you so much, everybody from Sneed's Farmhouse. Love y'all. Bye-bye.